We're starting slightly early so that we can, this is what we're doing today, constructing with circles. Oh, I have unmuted. I've unmuted twice now and it keeps muting itself again. Right, here we go now. Hopefully it won't unmute again. So what I was saying is it's perfect for if you're able to draw circles like this, then this session is going to be good for you. And if you're younger and not able to draw those circles, then get round things that you can draw around and just have fun with it. Oh, and we found a use for these. We found a definite use for these things, drawing circles and having lots of fun drawing circles, and get your colour pens out and draw those. And we're going to be, and if you're a good circle drawer, we're going to show you I'm going to show you a new way of drawing circles, and I'm going to make some art. We're going to make some art with maths and have a great time doing it. And this activity, the one on Aiming High, specifically aimed at 11 to 15-year-olds. So we're all going to have fun doing art with circles, and the maths activity is aimed at 10 to 15-year-olds. So if you've got any 10 to 15-year-olds, and I still haven't shared this thing, I've started going back live on the, I was told that I could do it the other way around and it's just not working. So I'm now going live, reversing the process, and I'm going live on the group, and I'll share it with the page. But we're not on the group. I don't see us on the group. Let me see if I can see us on here. So find the group. Oh, what's that? What did I just see there? Did I just see me there? Oh, yes. Okay, that says I'm live, so I can go there. I can share it from here. Here we go. Here we go. Share it in the, and now I don't have all the stuff pasted, or do I? Construct with circles. Construct with circles. Save that. And now if you want all the links are in the on the group. It's in an announcement called Construct with Circles. And did I succeed? Yes, I succeeded in that. And I'm going to do one on my own news feed. Paste, share now. And hopefully that's going to work a lot better than putting it on the page, which didn't seem to be working at all. Let's have a look. Oh, and are we? That's an announcement. Got that. And are we live? So I don't see us here, so I'll just look at myself on here, and we're going to start. We're going to start, and I'm going to watch out for comments and whatnot on here, which if I go to, I guess I'll watch on here because it's not working on the computer. It's not coming up on the computer, but I can see it in, say that, groups, making maths fun. And let me see if it'll come up here so I can see what your comments are. So this is, okay, are you ready? I can see last night's one, but I can't see this one, which means that I don't even know if you can see it. This is very frustrating. I have seen it somewhere, but I'm not seeing it on the group. Live, I'm already live. I don't need to go live twice. There we go. Okay, whew. Let's do it. So this activity is for the maths activity that goes with it, that's on the Aiming High website, and the link is in the announcements at the above. They go to the announcements section, and I'll put it in this later. I can't do it when I go live. It doesn't work that way. At least not, I haven't found a way. So that's what we're going to be doing, aimed at 10 to 15-year-olds. If you can draw circles accurately, then that's for you. For the younger people or anybody that struggles to draw circles, then just use circly things like this and just play and do circles that cross over each other. That's an activity, and just make as many crossing over circles and then color in and discover the shapes that you can make by crossing over circles and making lots of circles around circles and next to circles and things. So that's for the younger learners. And now, here we go. If you are an expert circle drawer, we're going to show you a new way to draw circles. So what you need is, bring the camera down here and show you and reveal this in a minute. Paper. Oh, move that back there. Paper. And fairly sharp pencils, and just one paper clip. Now what we're going to do with the paper clip is, you can do this activity with the compass, but it helps if you're quite an expert at compasses. With this one, with the paper clip, what you do is you lift it up and over like that. And you now have an instant compass. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to start drawing. We're going to start drawing, make sure I've got enough room here. What I really need is slightly smaller paper clips, and I don't have slightly smaller paper clips. So I actually didn't think about it last night. What I'm going to do, because you might encounter the same thing, a standard paper clip makes quite a big circle. So let's draw a standard. I'm going to draw a circle here. So the way we're going to draw, where are we? The way we're going to draw the circle is put one pencil in place there, and the other pen, now I'm going to hold that one, and this other pencil, I'm stretching it out to maximize the movement. I'm going to draw all the way around, keep going. Whoops, I'm covering up. Keep going until you've completed the circle, and it is surprisingly accurate. So that's the center of that, and we can see where the center of that one is. I'm just going to move these things around a bit, because I did practice this last night, and now that's what happens. I'm doing something and then I think, oh, I've got an even better idea. So rather than struggle to stay inside this piece of paper, what we're going to do is we are going to get some tape, which I've already got because I was finding things that people could maybe draw around. I'm going to get a piece of tape. I'm going to turn this the other way around. Just want one piece of paper there. Turn it the other way around and make my, and now if you've got A3 size paper, if you've got nice big drawing paper, then use that. I am now going to join these two together. Because many of us don't have nice big sheets of paper at home. So if you don't have a nice big sheet of paper at home, then improvise. Computer out of the way. And let's go. So we've got one circle. Now I'll just give you a moment to finish drawing your first circle. And while you're doing that, I'll tell you about the activities that we're going to be doing, because Just working on okay. Where I'm just making sure. Okay, that's the one in the center. That's the one in the center. That's going to be okay. Right. Okay. I was just looking at that to make sure that I was going to be able to fit that in on this piece of paper. And if I go round from there to there, yeah, it's going to be on one side, but it's going to work. So she with optimism. Yes. Okay. So. So what we're going to be doing while you're looking for a paper clip, which you're going to distort like this, and I'll show you how to do that again in a minute. 2 pencils and a piece of paper. And if you need, this is, unless you've got smaller paper clips than me, mine are the completely standard size paper clips. Just if you see them on my hand, they're completely standard size. If you've got smaller paper clips than this, then they'll fit on this paper. If you don't, then tape 2 pieces of paper together. You can catch up with this, you can watch it on the replay. So what we're now going to do is, this is the center, and what we're going to do, and now that I've thought about it, because I was kind of offsetting it, I was going to do it slightly differently, but then I realized, no, let's not do that, let's get a bigger piece of paper. This is the center, so I might have drawn that further down had I thought about adding an extra piece of paper earlier. But you know what? That's fine. You do things, you improve it. It's about learning and growing and learning and constantly having new ideas. That is how we grow and learn. So now that we've got the center, I'm going to make another center for our next circle here. And so the center's on the edge now, and we're going to start the next circle at the center of the last one. And then guess what we're going to do next? We're going to start the next circle where those 2 intersect. So it's still on the edge of the first one. We've still got the same radius. And what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to result out of this? So, and then we're going to go to the next one. Da, 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 da. Everybody make some beautiful, wonderful art. I wonder if you've ever seen anything of this, remind you of anything you might have seen, either if you've seen it in real life or if you've seen it on the internet or in class or just generally in pictures, in art, anywhere in the world. Whoops. Okay, so it's not perfect. You see that one is a little triangle instead of a dot. So perfection will come out of that being a dot. But what you can do with that one is go right in the center. So you're averaging out the errors. Well, you still want to have it on the edge of the first circle, but have it in the middle of those 2 so that we're averaging out the errors. And instead of making the errors worse, we're minimizing the errors doing it that way. And look at that, that came out pretty jolly good. That one's a good dot and that one's a good dot. Well, you can see right there, you can just start doing art. Now, that's a basic example of what we can do with the circles. And what we're going to do is, if you get the activity, the construct with circles activity, and then see what other designs you can come up with. So there's another resource called, there's another resource which I'll put a leaflet. Oh my goodness, my brain is not working very well this morning, is it? There's another leaflet for you to look at, another resource to do other things. Now, here is, you can check, you can look at the angles, you can estimate angles, and you can measure them with a protractor. And So this is a great pattern to start with. Now, what you can do is challenge yourself, and instead of drawing the whole circle, simply stop when you get to here. So start here and stop when you get to there, and not draw all the bits on the outside, so that you're making a shape inside a circle. And then it'd be really good if you just create some of your own. Now, what geometric properties can you see in here? What you can do is search for other designs. Now, some of the things, I'm just going to give you a clue, okay? I want you to search for Islamic art. And I'm just going to give you a clue here as well of things that you can do with this. There literally is no limit. Now you can't see what I've got. You could see it before, and now you can't see it now. Okay, we'll do it here. I'm now going to get my ruler. Whoopsie. And I'm going to draw some straight lines here. To draw a straight line there. And a straight line there. And a straight line here. I'm going to join the centers of all the circles. Now you can use the circles, maybe draw the circles in pencil, and then make triangles in ink, and then discover what shapes you can make. And then if you make a big lattice of it, color them in and see what symmetries you can find, what patterns you can find, and what patterns you can make, and what shapes you can make. Because out of circles, is one of the activities we will be doing over the time, is making geometric shapes, as in polygons with straight edges, using circles. For example, how do you make a pentagon? Or one of the ways to make a pentagon, it's one of our activities that will be how to make a pentagon. And one of the ways to make a pentagon is using circles. Now, I wonder what 2D shape you'd be able to make if you joined all of the, let's say, the tips of the flower together. What 2D shape would you make if you did that? You can draw loads and loads and loads of these with pencil and have them, and then pause. The next stretch is what happens if you keep going. What happens if you don't stop at one beautiful flower? You can make one beautiful flower and color it in and discover all the patterns and the symmetries, and then make another beautiful flower and then extend it with maybe a different piece of paper. Whoopsie. I think something moved there. So do it more carefully than I just did it. If we now extend it and start doing the same thing, we've already got that one, but we don't have one here. So now we'll draw another one there. Extend it and see what amazing patterns you can come up with just by drawing circles in a very basic way. And if you, as I say, Google Islamic art, I will put a note of what to Google, and see if you can recreate some of the Islamic art and see how you can make that Islamic art yourself using circles and do it nice and accurately. So there's lots of questions on the resource page. I'm going to make sure it's on the announcements. Please do, and I'll put it down in the comments as well. So I don't know if we had anyone. We've had some people watching. So this activity again is aimed specifically this here. Well, it's any age really. It's 11 plus, because I enjoy doing it and I enjoy exploring and finding the art, and it's replicating Islamic art, replicating the tiles that you find in like the Alhambra, for example, in Spain, and all the mosques all around the world have the most incredible art, which you can replicate using circles, using paperclip, a piece of paper, it's a funny piece of paper, a pencil and two pencils, and a piece of paper. And of course, colouring pens. So when you do the colouring, look for symmetry as well, and look for patterns, and have a wonderful time doing this. Now, please do follow us on, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So there's the Bubbly Maths YouTube channel where all these lives are going to go. There is the Maths Toys YouTube channel. The Maths Toys YouTube channel is where the videos that relate, that's very specifically, much more just they start and they stop. There's none of the chatter, that because I'm talking to people that are really here right now with this live, that are actually listening live, whereas these will just be do this, do that, but in a fun way. And so if you need very clear, concise instructions, they will be on the Maths Toys channel. So if you subscribe to the Bubbly Maths and the Maths Toys channels, as those videos come up, you will be notified, and you will be able to go back to them and revisit and do some of the activities, with the objective of becoming more knowledgeable about, have a deeper understanding of maths, which in of itself makes it more enjoyable. And then we've got the AIMSET Facebook page. The AIMSET Facebook page has activities every day, just little snippets of activities, including this one. It was a couple of days ago, and you'll find it if you just scroll down a little bit. And so there's just little snippets of things to do each day and questions to ask yourself. And then there's those are the main things. And please join, if you come across this video, please do join us for the Making Maths Fun for Kids of All Ages. That's a Facebook group, and the idea in that Facebook group is to help with home learning, with help with home learning of mathematics. So we do lives every day, do a live at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is an activity, hands-on activity, so then that can be replayed throughout the day. In the evenings, at 8 in the evenings, there's a live which prepares preparation video for the following day, and at 10 o'clock there will either be a live or a pre-recorded session for early years. Now, the early years activities, like today's one, for example, obviously is going to include making circles with circles and how to just joining them together. It doesn't have to. I'm not going to ask them to do a nice flower like we've just made, because I want the little ones to be creative. But what I want them to do is overlap them and see what they can come up with, and see what shapes they can see, and of course color them in. So thank you for joining, and see you. So 10 o'clock, I won't be live today because I have something that I do every couple of weeks. There's this magical game that I play to learn myself. So today will be at 10 o'clock. I'll be posting a short video on how to make fun things with circles for early years. And then 8 o'clock tonight, we'll be sharing what we're doing tomorrow. And I'm still working on making a 3D shape out of, as in a geometric shape, as in a polyhedron, out of a toilet roll. I'm going to see when I manage to do it, I will share it with you. Thank you for joining. See you later.